you beautiful people. Welcome back to my very inactive channel. Today I will be just showing you how I do my brows using a precise eyebrow pencil, and then, just basically showing you my routine. Before this, I had already filmed a tutorial on trimming and plucking my brows, so now my brows are all nice and clean. They look nice and kept, if that makes sense. So these are some of the products I'll be using. The concealer, a flat dense brush, brow pencil, brow gel, CoverGirl Clean Face Powder. So first I'm just going to start by brushing my eyebrow hairs upwards. I'm going to start with my bottom line. Doesn't have to be too perfect because we're going to clean up underneath with concealer anyways, but I like to go for it, So I'm just making that. And then I brush my hairs back into their natural direction, and I start on my top line. I go for like a very good arch. I love the way arches look. And then I only take the eyebrow pencil product like in the end half of my eyebrow, if that makes sense. I don't put a whole bunch of the pencil in the first half of my brow. I'd rather just put some eyeshadow or, whatever, like just something lighter than the color of the pencil, so it looks more like blended and natural. Now I'm going to take my Morphe 350 palette and just take a similar color, but like I said, not exactly. You want a color a little bit lighter. And I'm just putting that all throughout my brow and then blending whatever's left on that brush in the first couple inches of my brow, like just the beginning of my brow, so that way it's not too heavy in the front. And then I take my spoolie and just make sure it's the way I like it. Starting on my other brow, doing exactly the same thing. Brushed my hairs upwards, starting with the bottom line, stretching that all the way like under my brow. Then taking my spoolie again and brushing my hairs back into place. Going on to my next top line. I like a very pointed end as well, so the concealer kind of helps to get that precise point. Like I said, only putting some more pencil product in the end half of my brow. Taking that same eyeshadow color from the Morphe palette to set that brow. I'm not great at explaining things. Hopefully I get better. Just, bear with me through maybe the next, who knows, 10 videos or so before I even start to get into the habit of having better vocabulary and such. Now I'm taking my concealer and I take a good amount on the dense flat brush that I have. I place it in the middle of my lid so that way I have space to blend it up and down. And then any product I grab after, like any concealer I grab after that, it's only going to be a little bit at a time because I don't want my eyelid to feel heavy or cakey throughout the day. So just really getting that precise, clean line and that very pointed end. And I just blend that concealer out everywhere. While I'm doing almost every step, but mainly this step, I kind of just go back and forth, look between each eyebrow and make sure they both look pretty similar. Then I just blend that with my clean finger. You want to use a clean finger. I set that with my face powder. Now going on to my other lid. Same thing, placing the concealer in the middle so that I can blend it both up and down. You really want to make sure the fronts of your brows are pretty similar as well. You don't want to like have one eyebrow line where the bottom line is too high and then the other brow looks super thick and chunky, if that makes sense. It's not going to look good. Just blending that with my finger again and also setting it with the same CoverGirl face powder and just kind of like it's kind of like a dense fluffy brush, I guess. I think it's from the brand Eco Tools or something. And see, I'm just kind of looking at both brows back and forth, making sure they look pretty good, pretty similar. Pop in. And then I just set that shit with some brow gel, just so that way my hairs stay in place throughout the day. It's like a tinted brow gel too, so on days where I don't feel like doing a full eyebrow routine, I just throw some brow gel on and call it a freaking morning. Now I'm taking an IT Cosmetics Trio thing. Has like a blush, a highlight, and a contour shade. And I'm just taking that highlight, which is just kind of like a light champagne-y color. It's not too poppin', but it's just a little bit. I just place that like in a line, and it kind of looks harsh at first, but then I take that same brush that I used to set face powder on my eyelids. I take that same brush and I make sure there's not a whole bunch of product left in it. I tap it. Yeah, I tap it on the mirror or whatever, on the side of the table or whatever. And then I just blend that line out. You don't want a harsh line. Now I'm going to spray that flat brush with my e.l.f. setting spray because I'm going to do some highlight in my inner corner. And this is just like a rose gold, I guess you could call it. It's my go-to highlight if I'm not doing any eye makeup. I think it's Nomad. I think that's the brand or the name. And then I'm taking a different type of fluffy brush. I think it's like a Luxe one, double-ended. And I'm just blending out all the harsh lines on that one as well. On my highlight as well. Taking the Hydro Boost Plumping Mascara, and then the Physicians Formula Mascara is going to be for my bottom lashes, because that brush just is a lot better for the smaller lashes. Coffee! I work at Starbucks, so I can attest that that is fucking true. I like to heat up my eyelash curler with the lighter before I do it. I just feel like that makes your eyelashes, once you curl them, it makes that curl last a lot longer. And you want to check it too before you put it to your eyelashes, because if it's still too hot, there's a good chance you're just going to cut all your eyelashes off and it's going to suck. And I just clamp it down, and then, how would I explain that with my wrist? I clamp it down and then I kind of just raise it kind of as high as I can to get the curl. And I heat it up again before I do the other eye. See, there we go. I lift it up to get the curl. And then before I put any product on, I like to brush through my eyelashes with a spoolie just to make sure they're all frayed out. Going in with that Hydro Boost mascara. I really like it, but it tends to have too much product on the brush when you first pull it out, so I end up always scraping a bunch of product back into the freaking bottle before I start applying to my eyelashes. And the bristles on this brush, they're a lot longer than the other brush on the Physicians Formula, so that's why it's harder to get my bottom lashes that are smaller with the Hydro Boost brush. Now taking the other one. See, it may be a fatter brush, but like I said, the bristles are shorter, so it's a lot easier. And then once I'm done putting all the mascara on, I take my spoolie and I just brush through everything. My bottom eyelashes, my top eyelashes, just because I like to have that like wispy type look, if that's the right word, rather than like clamped and clumped together eyelashes. And see, I'm done. Damn, I love doing my eyebrows. I always feel like a whole nother bitch when my eyebrows are done. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I have more videos soon. Bye.